Now we shall be dealing with the last part of this chapter, that is La Chatelier's principle. According to that, if a system in equilibrium is subjected to a change in pressure, temperature or concentration, then equilibrium shifts in a direction so as to reduce the effect of that change. In order to understand it further, let us consider some examples. For example, if you have a reaction H2 plus I2 equal to 2HI, a gaseous reaction. And now suppose we increase the concentration of hydrogen at this equilibrium. Then according to law of mass action, as K equal to active mass of Hi whole square upon active mass of hydrogen into active mass of iodine. Now when concentration of hydrogen increases, the equilibrium gets disturbed, and because of that, the reaction quotient QC, the value of that will become less than K. And as we know, when reaction quotient is less than K, equilibrium will go in the forward direction, or reaction will shift in the forward direction, producing more Hi till a new equilibrium state is achieved. So thus we find that if a change in the concentration of a reactant is made, suppose concentration is increased, then equilibrium goes in the forward direction. On the other hand, if concentration of the reactant is decreased, equilibrium goes in the backward direction. So that's about the effect of concentration upon equilibrium. The second thing is effect of pressure upon equilibrium. For that, consider another reaction. Let us explain the effect of concentration change upon the equilibrium with the help of this principle. For that, consider a reaction hydrogen gas plus iodine gas equal to 2Hi gas, for which according to law of mass action, equilibrium constant K is equal to Hi whole square upon H2 into I2. Now let the concentration of hydrogen is increased. Due to that, QC, the reaction quotient, will become less than equilibrium constant K, and hence equilibrium will shift in the forward direction. Thus we find that if we increase the concentration of a reactant, equilibrium goes in the forward direction. Conversely, if we increase the concentration of a product, reaction must go in the backward direction till a new equilibrium state is achieved. Here, there are two important points to be noted. The first one is A, that since the temperature of the equilibrium is constant, hence the numerical value of equilibrium constant will also remain constant. The second thing is very important, the B part. That is, when we increase the concentration of one of the reactants, as for example here we have increased the concentration of hydrogen, then the increased concentration of the reactant is not fully consumed, as it is clear from the following figure. Let us now discuss the effect of pressure change upon a equilibrium. We have already noted that there is no change on the equilibrium state for delta N equal to 0 type of gaseous reactions. But for other reactions where delta N is not equal to 0, effect of pressure is there. For that, consider the reaction CO gas plus 3H2 gas equal to CH4 gas plus H2O gas. At equilibrium, in a closed vessel fitted with a movable piston. Therefore, according to law of mass action, Kc will be equal to CH4, active mass of CH4 into active mass of water upon active mass of CO into active mass of hydrogen raised to power 3. Now suppose at this equilibrium state, pressure is doubled. Then the volume will be halved at constant temperature, and concentration of each species will be doubled. Therefore, the reaction quotient QC will be equal to 2 times CH4 into 2 times water upon 2 times CO into 2 times H2 but whole cube. Therefore, this is equal to Kc upon 4. And thus we find that QC becomes less than Kc. Eventually, the equilibrium must shift in the forward direction till a new equilibrium state is achieved.